Good morning, Pittsburgh. You're listening to Maximize Living Radio. I'm Dr. Alex Pattison on air with Dr. Aaron Greiner. And as always, this morning, we're here to teach you, to inspire you, and to coach you to your maximize living potential. We've got lots to go through this morning, but our number one focus today is to show you how to naturally overcome headaches, neck pain, and low back pain without dangerous drugs, without surgery, how to naturally do this effectively so that you can be headache-free, you can be low back pain free, you can be neck pain free. If you suffer from one of these problems, if you have a family member or a loved one or a friend who is chronically dealing with one of these issues, we've got the solutions for you this morning. You can't afford to miss a single second of this morning's program. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Maximize Living Radio. That was Dr. Aaron. She was discussing how to naturally overcome a migraine headache. I want to move in a little bit further, a little bit deeper into this conversation. She did an amazing job going through that. I want you to understand that there are 7 profound benefits of a properly functioning spine. And the first benefit that I think is really important that we begin to note right away is improved nervous system function. What we need to realize is that the reason why we have a spine is to protect our spinal cord and the nerves that come out of that spinal cord. And when there's problems with the spine, it directly affects our nervous system. And the reason why this is damaging to an individual's health is that literally from the moment of conception, when a child is conceived, one cell from mother, one cell from father come together to create life, and the very first organ that's developed in utero is the nervous system. It's the brain, it's the spinal cord, and it's the nerves. And then finally, after we have a brain, after we have a spinal cord, and after we have the nerves, then finally we begin to develop a cardiovascular system, a pulmonary system, a digestive system, an immune system. But from the moment of conception to the moment that we leave this earth, it is our nervous system that's regulating, that's orchestrating, that's healing our body. So a properly functioning spine allows us to have a properly functioning nervous system, and the benefits of this are profound. They go through the roof, listeners. The second benefit that I think is important to note is that most people that have a properly functioning nervous system report a much more restful sleep. And this is really important. When we go to bed at night, every major organ system in our body slows down. Our cardiovascular system slows down. Our pulmonary system slows down. Our digestive tract slows down. The only system that speeds up when we go to bed at night is our nervous system. And this is hugely important because it's our nervous system that's healing our body from the damage that we did through it throughout the day. So the better that we sleep, the better that our body is healing. And after every single adjustment that we give, we let the patient know, you're going to go home tonight, you're going to sleep better than you've had in a very long time. And what do you know? Every time we see that person after that visit, I've slept better, doc, I've slept better, doc, I've slept better, doc. I had a guy tell me the other day that he was waking up 4 or 5 times in the middle of the night to use the restroom. He is now waking up in the morning and hasn't woke up at all throughout the evening simply by addressing his nervous system and allowing his body to enter into that better state of sleep. Those that have a properly functioning spine obviously report better posture and better spinal flexibility. Listen, one of the big issues that we see as an individual ages is a decrease in flexibility and a decrease in posture. Their shoulders start to round, their head starts to come forward, they start to lean forward. That causes arthritis and degeneration to develop in the joints and leads to an individual that can't bend over and put on their shoes and play with their grandchildren the way that they're supposed to. I had a practice member the other day in tears in my clinic. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? She said, I was able to bend over and pick up my grandchild for the first time since she was born as a result of getting my spine aligned and getting my body in the proper position. I know that as a result of this flexibility, I'm a better grandparent to my granddaughter than I was prior to having that improvement in my lower back. Improved mobility and natural pain relief, the fourth huge benefit of chiropractic. I just had a young man in my clinic the other day walk in through our door with a cane. This is a guy who's about my age. My heart was breaking. You could tell that he was in just horrific pain. We did the evaluation I'm going to talk about in a few moments, the postural evaluation, the digital postural, the orthopedic tests. We took an image of his spine to see specifically where it was at, and we showed him exactly what was going on. Your hips are out of position. It's putting pressure on this disc in your lower back. back. That's affecting the nerve that's shooting down into your leg, and that's why we're having that pain. And really, when we're in that state, listeners, when an individual is there, they're in the trenches, the pain is so bad, there's two choices. The first choice is that we can go to our medical doctor. And what's the medical doctor going to recommend? Well, you can either take a drug, some of the most addictive substances on the face of the planet that if you live in Western Pennsylvania are just destroying families. Every time you turn on the news, every time you pick up the newspaper, it's another mother, it's another father that's addicted to these medications that's leaving this planet early because that was their only solution to pain. They got hooked on these things. The second thing is the surgery. Listen, an individual whose first line of contact, an individual who gets hurt at work, if their first point of contact for their pain is a surgeon, they're 42.7% likely to have a back surgery. If they see a chiropractor or a maximized living doctor, their chances of back surgery are 1.5% if that chiropractor is their first point of contact for their issue. I want you to understand the benefits of taking care of these things naturally, and that's what chiropractic allows you to do. Another huge benefit is a stronger immune function. Tons of research are done on a properly functioning nervous system and immune response. HIV patients, HIV positive patients, blood work taken 15 minutes prior to an adjustment and 15 minutes after a specific chiropractic adjustment that we perform in our clinic showed CD4 cells, immune marker cells, improved by 40% after a manipulation of the spine, after that spine was corrected and subluxation was removed. I need you to understand that this was already an immune compromised individual, an HIV patient. Imagine the benefits of having a properly functioning nervous system to your immune system and the benefits that that has in your overall health and well-being. Fewer hospital admission, guys, and less medications are the last two benefits of a properly functioning nervous system. We see individuals on a day in and day out basis, blood pressure improving, pain levels improving, cholesterol levels improving, depression improving, and working with their medical doctors of reducing and eliminating these medications. The results are profound, and if you're ready to see these results in your life, if you're ready for maximized living in your life, what I'm going to encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call us at 724-766-0154. We have a few times available in a Cranberry Township location and our South Hills location for a complete evaluation, a postural evaluation. We're going to do digital evaluation of your spine. We're going to do orthopedic and neurological testing. We're going to do palpation to determine specifically where the misalignments in your spine that are causing your headaches, your low back pain, and your neck pain, and then show you how to naturally overcome these problems without drugs and without surgery. The number that you have to call is 724-766-0154. And to give you an idea of the discount that we have built in for our listeners today, is typically if you were to walk in off of our street for this evaluation, you're looking at upwards of $160 to $180 worth of out-of-pocket expenses. But we've slashed that for our listeners today, and today only, 724-766-0154 for a $40 evaluation to figure out the causative factors of your headaches, of your low back pain, of your neck pain, and show you how to naturally remove the causative factors of this so that your body can heal. That $40 appointment can be yours, but you have to give us a call at 724-766-0154. That number, one more time, is 724-766-0154. When we think of spine problems, we tend to think of the middle to the late age individual that's having this. But I just want to take a moment and speak to our listeners to have you understand the devastating effects of a very severe misalignment of the spine called a scoliosis. Most of us are familiar with that. Looking at the spine from the front, it looks like a snake coming up through there. And this can vary anywhere from a couple of degrees to 50 to 60 degree curvature of the spine. But here's what the research shows, not only physically, physically it's bad. They want to get in there, they want to put rods and pins and screws in there. Orthopedists understand that it's bad. Medical doctors understand that it's bad. But I want you to understand emotionally the toll that scoliosis plays on young individuals that are diagnosed with this, your preteens and your teenagers. Boys with scoliosis abuse alcohol 94% more than an individual and boys without it. Boys with scoliosis think about suicide 10 times more than individuals that don't. Little girls with scoliosis 55% more suicidal thoughts than their peers that don't have these huge spinal misalignments. 25 to 43% of teens with scoliosis feel isolated or depressed and spend less time enjoying recreational activities such as dating. 59% of young children that are diagnosed with the scoliosis that have it have dissatisfaction with their bodies. The consequences of these problems are profound in a child. Chiropractic is for everybody. My children have been adjusted 15 minutes since birth. I know Dr. Aaron, your little boy, has been as well. If you're ready to have maximized living and chiropractic in your life, give us a call at 724-766-0154. Schedule that discounted $40 appointment in our clinic. We hope to meet you soon. 724-766-0154 is a number to call. God bless. Have an amazing Thanksgiving holiday.